I got lost. I went jumping in the sea. It's the sun, honestly.
I think it is the sun.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Bryony.
And this is Laurie.
And today we are going to get back to one of the questions that we got, which was, I know what I'm doing. I've been training for a few years, but I'm not seeing results. What am I missing? Do I need a coach? Well, Laurie, what do we say to that question?
Well, to start with, it is actually a very, very, very common question that we get, especially on Instagram or on any social network. And it's like someone who's like kind of interested in our services, but they kind of feel like they already know what to do. So something that I always like to say, to go straight to the point, is you know where you want to go. You know what your goal is. If you feel like you don't need a coach, it's like if you go in your car and you want to drive to the final destination, but you don't have any GPS. So eventually you'll get there because, you know, there's some signs here and there. So you will probably get lost a few times and eventually you will find your final destination. But having a coach is literally a GPS taking you from point A to point B on a straight line. Like, obviously it is going to cost you a bit of money, but it's going to spare you a lot of time and effort.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, okay, well, if you're not seeing results, why aren't you seeing results? And do you have a clear path of where you want to get to? And yeah, do you have anything in which you're actually monitoring your progress by? Mm-hmm. And if not, then again, that's one way to look at it. But a lot of the time we can feel like we don't need a coach, we know what we're doing, but having someone oversee everything is actually just like a fast track way.
Exactly.
Another little analogy. Yep. Fast track to the ride, baby boo. Lock in, we're on for a ride.
I can personally talk for myself. I have been that person saying that I know what I'm doing.
I can 100% see you saying that.
Oh girl, you have no idea. Training 2 hours a day, not giving a shit about protein nutrition. I had no idea. And I've been training my ass off and literally seeing nothing. So I completely get the question. And whenever I do a consult with a potential new client, I ask a few questions and straight away, after a few questions, I'm able to say, this is why you're not getting results. Very quickly, normally you're able to see the areas that you can improve on in order to have results.
Yeah, like having a coach is just going to be able to get that like 1% at that you're not getting yourself. And so it's never too late to learn, and there's always way more to learn around. Like there's just so much that you can actually take on. So even if you think you're the best of the best and you've gone through all the coaching or everything else, it's like you can never learn too much.
Exactly.
I don't know, that's my perception anyway.
100%. It's so good to have different coaches to actually see like different
and it's good to be a beginner again and just learn new ways and just be open to new ways of going about things as well.
Yeah, and there's no shame about having a coach. Like, to give you an example, the best top coaches in the world have coaches.
Just have coaches.
Exactly. I mean, I have a coach, which is my partner. My partner has a coach itself, and the coach itself has a coach. So there's no shame about having a coach, literally.
If anything, it's a smart idea. Like, it's a great way to just level up.
And sometimes as well, when you try and do things for yourself, like when we design our own training plans and stuff, maybe you'd be like, oh, I should do that exercise, but I actually don't like it that much, and you don't put it in your program when it's actually the exercise you should be doing. And I feel like as a coach, if we give you that exercise, you would do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, we're qualified for a reason. Just saying.
I think that's it. So yeah, to wrap up, get a coach.
I think so. Did we miss anything? No, to wrap up, get a coach.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not seeing results, like.
Yeah, and I mean, worst case scenario, you've lost a bit of money and it wasn't the right coach for you. Because there's also something that is important to say is that you might try a different coach and a few coaches might not be the best for you. So finding a good coach is like finding a partner. You will eventually find that person that you really, really work well with, and you might have to try a few before and you don't like their way to work, and it's
kiss a few
fine.
Frogs. Kiss a few frogs. I can't even say it. Kiss a few frogs.
Kiss a few frogs before you find your Prince Charming.
Or princesses. Oh my god, I'm melting!
I'm melting!
I'm melting! Literally, the back of my knees are like slides.